no crackly.
There we go. Hello, everybody. We should be coming through now. Let me just turn off that music. This is something I realized for the last stream. I didn't turn off the music. Did you guys notice that?
That's funny. That's just interim elevator music or something. Question to the people who are in the chat. Do you hear our voices crackling?
Because Kelly and I hear our voices crackle to ourselves. Our mics, like our monitors, sound good. Yes.
Why?
Yeah. Of course, in classic Kelly and Kelly fashion, now Twitch is working, but now the conferencing software that we're using to actually stream together has audio crackling. So bear with us for a second as we sounds like a robot. Yeah. Let's see. Bear with us. Crack-a-lackin'. Crack-a-lackin'.
Only me. I'm offended.
Only Kelly though. Wait, so I'm sounding okay? Everyone? Yeah?
Is this any
like
better?
Pringles.
I just turned it off and turned it back on.
Okay, I sound okay. So wait, I did turn off on my one the auto. I was just looking at the audio settings. I feel like Scarlet audio settings. Why can't I see that? Thomas sounds fine. Okay, cool. That's sweet. Let me because with mine I had noise suppression. I have noise suppression false. Why don't I see noise suppression on your settings, Kelly? This is weird. What's your Scarlett Solo USB is your input.
Yep.
Can you check to see in your settings in OBS Ninja? Can you see if there's a setting there? Like if you hit the gear, if there's like an auto noise suppression?
Yes, gear. Audio output destinations.
Because I have it in the director's panel, but I only see it under my name.
I don't have anything of the sort. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to switch to my MacBook Pro microphone.
Okay.
Do I still crackle?
No, you do not.
What?
But you now the audio quality is garbage, or
exactly.
like, well, yeah. It still says you're coming through Scarlet. Wait.
I just switched back to Scarlet.
Yeah, now it's crack-a-lackin'.
What? I can try my AirPods.
Maybe better that than the crackling. While you do that, I can say hello to everyone just because, as always. Wait, we're only 3 minutes in. How's everyone doing today? We're actually started on time. Laurent, if you're watching, we had a countdown screen. Thanks for the recommendation last time. I was able to jump on that actual countdown screen because Twitch was working.
How do I sound
Scarlet
now?
is cracking. Yeah, good.
Okay, that's my AirPods. We'll just use that for today.
Yeah, okay. That's I mean, you sound, there's no fan noise. That sounds good. Oh yeah, there's Laurent.
I think the fan voice really adds to it, but it's cool.
I mean, it adds to that straight from the home effect, like authenticity.
Yeah.
It's
now my video is out of sync with audio. Seriously?
Because it's coming through. Wait, I can maybe fix that AV sync issue.
Oh, it's better. No, you're good.
Oh, it's better.
Good.
Okay, cool.
Hooray! Hello, everybody.
Okay, there we go.
I am not a robot.
One day things will just not change on us, and we will have a consistent stream. Thank you for bearing with us as always. At least we started on time today.
Yes,
Kelly, how you doing? How you doing this week?
I'm good. I have a very busy week this week, so I am in a lot of meetings, but hey, that's what I do for a living. I do have a nice little desk decoration today because I just received this as a gift today, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, is that a scotch?
Yeah, it's Macallan 12.
Oh,
big fan.
I need to actually blow you up on my preview screen so I can actually see you.
Oh, okay.
I'm
here.
Yeah, I just saw the 12 and I thought, oh, that's definitely a scotch. Can I do it? Can I do it? Get you up here. Oh no, not full
Nope,
screen.
now
I
I
don't want
can
you
see
full screen.
myself. That's
Wait, how do
cool.
I? Oh man, OBS Ninja's changed. Does anyone else use OBS? Has anyone else tried OBS Ninja? I can't now just make you big. It has to be full screen. But actually, that's what I want. Now that I think of it, I do want you full screen, but I want you on this one. There we go. Okay. And now, if you say something, can make
Hello, hello, hello.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Uh, there we go. And how is it? So you got the. Sorry, I'm getting track of my. You got a McClellan. You got a nice Scotch. Have you cracked it open yet?
No, I literally got it like 30 minutes ago, so
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
will I will I won't open it yet,
No,
but
still a little early
maybe
in the
in like
workday.
6 hours. Yeah, I just gotta get through the rest of my meetings first.
What is this? I found the fire hydrants. Leave me alone. I think I missed
Um,
this.
Chris uh, said, "I don't believe Kelly is not a robot. Throw up a CAPTCHA."
Oh, okay.
So I found the fire
Wait, do
hydrants.
you get fire hydrants? I always get traffic lights.
I get traffic lights, fire hydrants, crosswalks, bicycles.
Okay. Wait, this happens to you a lot more than me, it sounds like.
I
Your
got
humanity
what
is
was I
being
logging
questioned.
into yesterday? I was getting so many. Oh, it was Discord. They made me go through like 12 rounds of captchas. I'm like, I swear I'm a human.
Yeah.
But before that, they wouldn't even let me sign in. They're like, "Nah, you're a bot. Like, you're not a real person. So please leave." So I don't know. I don't know what it is with me in Discord, but we don't play well together.
It's all the hardcore hacking that you're doing over on
That's
your
it.
IP address. You're on the shit list, clearly.
Good.
King says if you click on the check mark, you can avoid the caption most of the time.
You won't
Really?
click on the check mark. So like
Really?
act like my grandma clicking a button and just be like,
Yeah.
okay, done."
It's the grandma override.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart. Cool.
Cool. Um, well, I don't have too much else to chat about at the start here. In terms of like what's new, I mean, everyone's pretty this time of year at Shopify, everyone's pretty heads down.
I
And
mean, there was a partner town hall yesterday.
there was a partner town. I mean, yeah, I guess I could.
Not to throw, the words out there, but there was discussion about
there
sections everywhere.
what I know it kind of ruined our parade on it being a running joke. I mean, now that we actually came out
Oh,
with a
no, it's
real
still a
answer.
running joke.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah,
mean,
but
Unite
there's
has
a
not
serious
calmed
answer
yet.
to it now. There's a serious answer. We
Yeah,
need a
I mean, I will say I think there was a serious answer last time too, just to throw that out there.
It's always serious. Never joking.
Sections everywhere is serious business, serious eventual business. It's a startup. We're still in the ideation phase. We're still figuring out what we need.
So for those of you that may have missed it, yes, there was a partner town hall yesterday. It should be. I don't think it's accessible yet. It's typically uploaded to the Shopify Devs YouTube account a few days after. So stay
Yeah.
tuned for that if you missed it live. Um,
A
in it,
TLDR on sections everywhere, though, is that there's going to be an update at Unite this year, which is usually Q2 2021.
so that is the yeah. If you guys, when is sections everywhere coming? We can now say Unite. And then I said to Kelly,
Okay,
what's funny though is we haven't set a date for Unite. So it's like, what is it?
that's
Unite.
true. And I still think it's going to be like a preview, like a beta maybe for
Which
sections
is fine.
everywhere.
Which is like
Totally.
I think that this is one of the things that I hope that we can stay on closer to the side of Unite being, hey, we're working on these things here, like we're not finished it yet. Here it is, because here developers, here partners, here it is, so you can try it out and like
Yeah,
provide us valuable feedback rather than like, hey, we finished this thing without you. Here you go. Uh,
right.
so
That makes sense. I think the running joke with Unite though is like, oh, look at all these cool things that are going to be released in beta a year from now. So
yeah, yeah,
a year
okay.
from now is sometimes being generous with the timing.
I like the this is a good external internal point of view here. Yeah. That was the performance dashboard was the thing that like I was working on that was announced at Unite. Actually, no, the original was Slate. I don't know if we had Carson Schold up on stage at the very first Unite in 2016 and he was talking about Slate And then that just set the tone for how Slate was gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Dan. Hey, Dan. I gotta catch up on the comments here.
I
Um,
liked King. While we were searching for sections everywhere, maybe sections were in us all along. So deep.
love it, King.
What do you say
Um,
we code today?
that's what I was feeling. Let's jump straight into the coding. I want to we've talked a lot on the channel, I think, about dev tooling and kind of stuff available in themes, and I want to focus on the code today. If it's
Let's do
if
it.
that's good with you.
Also, if you happen to be looking at Twitter right now, don't judge me for tweeting, but I need to tweet about us doing this live stream.
It's in another
I'm
tab. I won't
retweeting
open the
you,
tab.
King.
The sections that were was in us all along. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe talking about sections everywhere.
Okay. So oh, you know what I want to do? I want to start a poll. Okay, wait. I
Ooh.
want to add a poll. Na, na, na. Manage poll. Create a new poll. So my question to everyone in the audience is, when you start developing a new website, when you start developing, what do you start with? Are you an HTML kind of developer? Are you a CSS? Are you kind of styles first? JavaScript, JS, or I mean, under JavaScript, it's going to include all the other variants of
I
making websites now, I guess. Um,
have a 3-step process to the way that I build.
yeah.
Step 1
Go
is
on.
make it work. Step 2 is make it pretty. And then step 3 is make it work again.
I
Very
like
necessary 3rd step.
it. Here we go. Okay. Of course. So wait, I put this poll and I hit start poll, and guess what I get? I get an error from Twitch. It says service area. Service error. Try again in a moment. Let's okay. Yeah, let me try again. I tried, I waited a moment.
Denied.
Oh my
I usually
god.
draw the page on paper first. Does anyone have advice on how to copy an entire Shopify store, including pages, section content, etc.? Excelify helps with this. Maybe you can do it with Rewind. And I think there's like a copy store app in the App Store as well.
Okay, sorry guys.
King.
I tried to do a poll. I really did. And Twitch is, I've got a nice beautiful error. Oh, I should have showed the error on the page.
The
I,
problem, I was sorry, I was just
go
responding to
for it.
something in the chat.
Yeah, go for it.
I tried Excelify but didn't do section content. The problem is that the section content is tied to settings files, which is not available via the API for any kind of images that are uploaded on there. So that is the concern. But it can still read the images from the other settings files, like the other store. But if you delete it, of course, it'll delete on both of them.
Okay, I'm going to oh wait, Kelly, did you join VS Code?
I did.
Are
It
you
said
in?
I joined
Okay.
the collaboration session.
Okay, yeah, it says you're here. Cool.
I made it.
Just making sure you're there. Let me share my screen. Is there any I'll start this off. How many of you still are working with good old HTML? The world of web development has got has grown, and there's these other
Me.
languages, yeah, JSX, and like there's so many ways of creating a DOM now.
You know
How
what?
many? Yeah, cool.
HTML is
Cooey
my
Cooey
favorite
Poo
programming
Cooey Poo
language.
says me.
And I'm intentionally saying that just to,
Sorry,
piss some
what
people
I
off.
missed it.
I said HTML is my favorite programming language, which I'm intentionally saying just to piss some people off because no, actually, it's a markup language. But HTML is
It's
very necessary.
You know what I like, what I like is, like, HTML, it comes with web standards. Like,
Yep,
HTML is not going to change, and HTML works on any browser. It's not a browser if it doesn't work with HTML, right?
that's right.
Whereas, like, I get there's been a lot of work on new DOM languages. Like, I'm thinking of JSX.
Here's
Um,
my issue with JSX or anything involving JavaScript. not everybody has JavaScript enabled on their browser or on their phone, especially in like third world countries, because JavaScript also takes longer to load, for example. So there are a lot of websites that just can't be loaded because, or maybe like your grandma's computer is still running, or Internet
Or you're
Explorer
just
6.
running a really weird browser, not weird, but just, unique like you
Probably
kind of
weird.
browser. Like there are still people that are browsing the web on Wii, like Nintendo Wii's and
Oh,
like
I
if you
know because
look
I
at
see it show up on
yeah,
Google Analytics.
Sony PSP browser, good memories, Sony PSP browser, good old
See,
days.
that is my problem with relying so heavily on JavaScript. You had tweeted earlier about, progressive web apps, which I am a big fan of, under the caveat that there are people who will not be able to access the website because there's no fallback for it. For like a lot of people building their site out.
Which is what I like about this like progressive web apps. It's a progressive enhancement. I like it's a layer on top. You go into it realizing it's not the do all end all solution.
Yeah.
And I'm
I,
looking at it now, and like it looks like it's its own solution. It's not a substitute. It's not a replacement for your online store or your website. It's something extra.
yeah.
You can use no script. Yeah, but then
Yeah.
if depending on the JavaScript that you're using, it might like is it backwards compatible back to what ECMAScript 5? Like, are you going to be writing in ECMAScript 5, or are you transpiling and then just chewing up your code?
It's so
Um,
tough, like, when you get so into ES6 and you just like, it's out of habit the way I write my functions and the way I include variables in strings now, that I have a tendency to default to ES6, and I always have to remember when I'm building elsewhere where it's not actually gonna be compiled that I can't do that. What are you doing?
I'm starting if request. I want to wrap. Okay, wait. I want to wrap. I want to start off with. So, uh, what?
5 million heading tags.
Yeah, I want to wrap this in an H1. Uh, so what we're going to be focusing, yeah, okay. Before I get into it, what we're going to be focusing on today is like let's just call it high quality HTML. Um,
Oh,
I
we're
want
putting
to,
some standards on
yeah,
our work.
I want to try. It's been a while, and I want people to join me on this. So if anyone in the audience sees something that stands out as like, oh, you should do this, or like, don't forget this, because HTML is all about don't forget to do this thing. Like I think
Can I make a
the way I think about
recommendation?
HTML is just like, don't forget to do this thing, don't forget to include this attribute, don't forget to. It's all about just don't forget. Um, and I'm gonna forget some things. So
You
yeah,
want me to start this now?
doc type, cool.
By wrapping an H1 in this header.liquid, you're setting the H1 tag across all the entire website,
Huh.
and other pages need to have different H1 tags, especially in terms of accessibility and SEO. So we should wrap it to check to see if we're on the home page, and in that case, it should be an H1 tag. Otherwise, it should not be.
That's what I was gonna do. Nice synergy.
It's like,
Synergy.
yeah, I hate that word, but I
I
will.
know. That's why I say it.
Oh, I forgot there's a
uh,
cat there.
okay, so we're gonna want to use the Shopify request object or liquid. Let's see. Yeah, liquid request. So we want the path. Can you use the routes for this? Does this tell you does routes tell you current page?
I mean,
Uh,
if you can say if you can check if you're on the index template.
yeah. That's why I was using request path or page type, request page type right there.
Page
Yeah,
type. Yeah, there you go
yeah.
with it is index.
There you go with
Yeah, I
index right
usually
there.
default to in a template name as well, but request.page type is actually something I haven't used too much.
Same. I was going over some of the free theme code, just so I wouldn't be totally useless during this stream. Um, and yeah, that stood out. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can get on that. If so, and then else, we want to wrap it in like a div. Otherwise.
Div class equals h1, for example.
Um, Right, yeah, because you still want to use the styles of H. But then this is a header, so maybe okay, we're not going to do classes yet. We're doing pure HTML. Is that fair?
Okay. GM Gregory says, anyone else hoping that the addition of the routes object means Shopify is potentially getting ready for allowing custom URL structures? Ooh, that's a whole topic. I agree in the sense that we're very limited in terms of the URL structures. And when we're like migrating a client from a different platform over to Shopify and having to explain, no, all of your collections are slash collection slash whatever slash product slash whatever slash pages slash whatever. It can be a thing. XXX not for porn. Yes, thank you for clarifying that.
I'm gonna put this all in one line. Does anyone have any problems with that? Just so it's like, is that readable? I don't know. What do
It's
you think?
fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not going to complain.
Okay.
I took routes more as a nod towards localization from Dan. Yeah, I think it's definitely helpful for localization in particular.
There we go. We forgot to do watch. Let's do npm watch. Yeah, because there was the internationalization, internationalized domains that came out as well not too long ago. If I'm gonna be completely transparent, or like I feel like it's funny. People say things. It's like, oh, I have a great idea. Like, this idea of like a custom routing structure is definitely circulated. I'm not aware of if it's gained any traction. Maybe it has. It's gotta like there has to be a good just like what are you gonna get out of a custom like other than shortcuts?
Consistency.
Like
Yeah,
having a
that's a
slash
thing.
about or a slash contact, like
Yeah, you can. There was some concern over canonical URLs with like slash collection slash product slash something versus slash product slash something is very difficult to say. Side note, but yeah, I mean that's I guess an example of why some people would prefer the URLs. We end up just using URL redirects for if you want to have like if you're running a promotion, you can just do mywebsite.com slash enter to win, and that will just redirect to slash pages slash enter to win or something like that. I don't know.
we lost our image, but that's okay for now. I don't
Is it though? Is it though?
I kind of like having Shopee points for now. At least people can land on this and they know that
Okay.
Shopee points. And I'm noticing as it's blown up, I love how the underline with this, like you see how it cuts. It's okay.
I also like default fonts on the internet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a good conversation topic. Why do you like default fonts? Why do you like system fonts? Let's call them by the right name,
I
right?
like that they're fully accessible by any browser, any computer, because they're already installed on there. I get that they're not very pretty. Loading custom fonts is totally fine as long as you do it correctly. Because if you're loading
Is
fonts
it
from like
fine? Is it fine
yes,
though?
I think it's a necessary. And now I will say you should have a fallback set if you do custom fonts. Make sure you have a fallback system fonts included on the CSS. But I'm not opposed to using custom fonts like from Google Fonts or My Fonts, installing it or adding the font files into the assets folder or anything like that. Just recognize the flash of unstyled content being a potential issue that you have to resolve for.
And the performance geek in me is like, like at all costs, if you can get away without using web fonts, it's such a like easy. If you can convince the designer that Helvetica is nice.
Helvetica is not a. I don't think Helvetica is a system font though. I think we're more
Comic
talking like
Sans.
Times New Roman or Arial.
Oh, I get how it's a necessary evil in some ways, and people there are people who are very passionate about their typefaces. So like in the world of a rich
Telling any
web,
designer, no, you can only use Arial
yeah.
forever. Question: how would you include a custom web font hosted on Shopify? So you could upload the font files into the assets folder of a theme, and then build your own font face into the CSS.
Shopify does have a very large font library available on if you were to, I am not do we want to do fonts right now?
That's a whole thing.
No, okay, let's
We
not
can
do
do
fonts.
like the font picker, but there's a lot to unpack with the way that Shopify handles the
And
fonts.
like this is a custom store, and I'm thinking about like, is that something that you're going to be thinking? We're going to build this in a way that, so we're not building a theme that we're going to be distributing on the theme store, or like it's not a fully configurable website that we're trying to build here, right? This is a one-off, probably similar to things that you're working on, that I like. You want to make specific parts of it easily customizable, so it makes sense. Like the logo, like if you update your logo, you're gonna want to make that easy to switch out. um and like the navigation, so you want to use like Shopify's built-in navigation.
Shopify's menus, yeah.
And
Make sure all the
section.
sections on the home page can be moved around. Obviously, once you get to informational pages, you're kind of locked into the order in which you do the sections. I mean, if only there was like a different code base that was set up to allow you to put a section wherever you wanted. But until that happens, it's a little bit more limited. But our rule is no images and no copy should ever be hard coded into a theme. A merchant should always be able to change any of that information.
I like it. Question: is it still a good practice to use lists for why are you like automatically pasting stuff
Do
after
you
I
have
type?
a automatic and closing tag enabled extension?
Probably. Um, what I'm wondering here, like, okay, well, we'll see if it keeps going. Um, is it still good? Yeah, okay. That's, is it still good practice, or is it okay to do the lists? Is what
So
I
I
want.
think the important part of I don't know if it matters so much lists or not. I think what's most important is including the role, the ARIA role on the nav. So nav role equals navigation is what's most important for accessibility. Because you can still tab through a list.
Yes, and you still have these are still anchor tags.
Yeah.
This are important. So nav role. Navigation. So let me do that because I want this to show up as a list. It was if I want us to see what this website looks like just as pure HTML. That like if our modern styles that we're going to be writing fail, if everything else fails, we have a nice legible HTML doc. Fair?
You want to see how I usually shortcut the links when I'm linking through a nav menu?
Sure. This is painful. I know. Sorry for those who are watching. This your autocomplete or
it's
the yeah.
it's following. Okay. So I'm going to go up to this else tag here.
Here, let
Delete
me follow you.
this.
Let me. Choo.
There we go. So link title, link to, link, I think it was the URL. Ta-da! Now you have a link.
Link title link. Wow. Why is that? We don't ever get that latency. Are you plugged in by chance? Like your
Nope,
internet? No, you're on Wi-Fi.
I'm on Wi-Fi.
Oh, come on, Kelly.
I forgot!
This is why. Okay.
I can go over and get it. I'm not connected right
No,
now.
no, it's fine now. We've been through this. Um, Thomas, ULL5 tab,
Oh,
UL
like Emmett.
UL Emmett.
So li times 5, like that. I don't think this is. I think it's because no, we're. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, wait here. UL. Because if I Emmett abbreviation, so if I tab there, no, I haven't used Emmett in you know UL.
Oh, you can see Emmett on your end. Okay.
Yeah, I can see Emmett. I'm just trying to do
So
the
it's just a UL and then
bracket
yeah,
LI
times 5.
times 5.
Yep. Ta-da!
Okay, that's doing that's timesing it by 5. So how would I wrap like here? I already have everything that I want. I just want to wrap I know there's a way.
There was a shortcut. I never remember what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
It's like does anyone remember the shortcut to like wrap UL
Option W.
option W?
Does that work? Nope.
Uh,
That was the wrong one.
Watch us as we stumble through our text editor.
How to text editor.
Let's try this, Emmett. That Coupeau.
You don't need UL there.
Yeah, it's true. We just need lie like this. Okay. I'm gonna brush up on my Emmett skills, and your effing autocomplete is driving me crazy.
It's my autocomplete that's doing that.
Well, yeah, it's like doubling
Wait,
it or something.
it literally picks up my. I don't think I have editor config get lens JSON liquid live share no double peacock. I don't even have it.
It's like doing this weird. Okay, we got the list. Cool. Anything else for the header that you can think of? So what we have to start with, we've got our logo, and that has a configurable image. We've got our main navigation. We'll go into the settings and set that navigation. We've got our cart. Oh, we should use the routes here instead of a hard coded. So let's do. I mean, we could just use the liquid anchor here, right? To routes, cart, routes, cart URL. There we go. Let's do that, baby, and then use the filter, routes, cart URL, and then the filter is link.
Link _2.
No. Link
Oh, it's the other way around. It's the other way around. It should be cart in strings or in quotes, and then the filter link to routes.cart URL or routes cart URL.
Oh, really? Like the cart object?
So
and then that's another way of doing it. I haven't done that way.
This is what I was talking about doing.
Cart.
Link to routes.cart URL.
Which keeps the content to be cart. That's the tag.
This would be yes, exactly.
Okay. And then we have we can do the same thing here. Let's replace this here. This is account to account URL. Let's make sure.
Shopify routes.
To account URL, yeah.
Cart account, account _ login URL.
We have the other ones.
Oh yeah, they're customer login. They're not using routes. Interesting.
So this is I'm not familiar with this.
I'm not either.
It's from Express, so it definitely works.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this. Anyone else? Has
Customer
anyone else
register
used
link? Well, there's a
link?
conversation about it from 2015. I think these were around before the routes object.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, can you add cart.item count? Maybe that's a good idea. So I'm gonna change this up and go capture
this is an old tutorial.
cart text.
If customer
capture.
Wow, yeah, that's old. Okay.
If cart item count is greater than 0, let's say it's going to be cart. Whoops. Nope, that's JavaScript. All the time. Else cart. Oh, that's a shortcut. I'm trying to undo, and it was.
account, log out URL. Account, log out. URL. And can you
For
add cart item?
multi-link, is there anything special we need to add to cart? I don't know.
Is there anything special? So there's like if we want right now we're just doing text. So like if it was a logo
I
that we
changed
want to
it.
have cart item. Okay, that's fine. Cart item count.
So it only shows the cart item account, there's something in there. Otherwise, it's just the word cart.
Oh, it's interesting using a capture. Okay.
Just to replace that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically, you can go ahref and then have all that logic live inside as well. So I just did not feel like redoing it. Okay, so you decided to switch them to
Yeah, just to follow modern practices.
account
Oh.
register URL, I assume. Making an assumption.
Here I can double check. Yeah, it's
Okay.
the register. Yeah, register URL. There we go.
Routes.account register URL. Okay, cool.
Okay. Oh, cool. So we
Good
have.
idea. Sure, on adding the item count.
Let's take a look. Let's make sure everything's handy dandy here. We have cart. So we don't have customer accounts enabled. So what we just did won't be visible. We
Okay.
want to get the cart as a list item. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you wrap it in a list? And okay. So let's go in. Let's get our customer accounts enabled.
What is adding the autocomplete?
Customers. To enable them. Do you just add a customer? Now that I'm
Go to
curious.
settings. Go to your settings tab
Oh,
at the
yeah.
bottom, and then go to checkout,
Check out.
and then you can enable it there.
Accounts are disabled. Accounts are optional. There we go. Oh, there's the multipass that we talked about last time. Multipass login.
Yeah. Okay. Dan Gamble asked if you can add classes if it's linked to. There's one way to find out. Class test. Can you please check to see if the cart link now has the class of test?
Where did you add it? Class test.
Under the
Okay.
cart. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, because I never use the link to. I always use the link filter, or like not link to, like the create link. No. List anchor.
Yeah.
No, there's no class.
No.
It's got a
Oh,
title.
this title.
It's got a title.
Interesting. Okay. Link to Shopify. See what it does.
So what
It's literally, yeah, it looks like link to does the title.
So I always
Curious.
use the URL. It wasn't asset URL. It was what's the anchor one? It's not image. There's one that just spits out a isn't there another one that spits out an anchor tag? Image URL.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, it's always linked to.
Yeah.
I
need a link. Oh no, it's
Can you add a class to that? Because I feel like there must have been a way to add a class to it.
we're working on the preview theme and I don't have it linked to it.
Here, I can pass it to you. Oh, you gotta go.
Maybe I can pull out through it. I have access to the store, right?
Yeah, you'll have to.
Shopify points. There it is. Yeah.
Okay, there's always an always multipass. And that would be nice to have classes. That's a silly thing that we don't have that. Because I meant that's why I always just ended up using anchors by themselves, right?
Wrong number of arguments. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So no, you cannot add classes with tags or with the link to.
Okay. For now, this works for HTML. Thank you, Dan,
Wrong arguments.
for checking my
It literally wants. It's so weird.
for checking me.
There we go. Inspect. Just out of curiosity.
Okay. Anything else? Does anyone else typically have
What
anything
else
in
are
the
we
header?
missing?
We're doing
Yeah,
just text. I'm gonna go into set the navigation item so we know what pages because I keep forgetting the pages that we want to have on this. So we're gonna go to online store, navigation, the header tag.
amazing. I'm just gonna
We got
delete this now.
sure we have the header tag. That's wrapping everything, right? So
Yeah, I think it was there. You can remove header and use the tag parameters in the section schema.
so we don't want to have home because we're just gonna have that as the main link. So we want to have um
Sections everywhere release date. It's going to be a page we create.
sections everywhere.
Sneak peek.
That's gonna link to a page. Oh, do we
Which
have to make
hasn't
the
been
pages
created
first?
yet. Yeah, you do have to make the pages first.
Okay, here, let's make the pages super quick. Because we're gonna want to have an episodes page. Episodes we're going to use blog, right? But we want the leaderboard page.
Yes.
And then for now, we're just going to use the defaults. We'll come in here after and change the template that's going to be using because we're going to want to have a custom page template for that. We want to have leaderboard. Do we want to have like just a page for episodes that is
That's what our blog was going to be.
we're going to use blog? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do that then. Menu. Of course, I didn't save it. 8, edit, catalog.
Having a standing desk is the best just because I can just bounce around.
Right?
I constantly just stand on one foot. It's real great.
Have you seen those like the standing mats with the different shapes and like different
You mean like this one?
yeah, exactly. There's the one with the little ball in the middle.
Yep, that's the one I have.
Wait, why am I still not having any pages here?
You have to refresh the page.
I just navigated to it again for the
Well, try it again. I'll link to the anti-fatigue mat I have. I have 2 of them in different offices. I absolutely love it. It is by Topo, I believe.
just like to press your arch into. And another good thing is a either a tennis ball or a cricket ball to have on the floor to just press your arches with.
That makes sense.
There it is. Okay, you're right. I had to refresh even though. Oh, I probably went back. That's probably why. Okay, so we got leaderboard, even though it didn't change. Oh my god, what's going on here? Oh, okay. We want to have to our blog, we're going to call that episodes.
Yeah.
And that's going to take us
I
to
think it's just blogs. Nope, blogs.
Just blogs. Okay.
Yep. And news, we can rename it.
Yeah, we'll change
Yeah.
that after. And then we're going to want to have merch or rewards.
Yep. And that'll be a page.
Like
if you already named the page, oh, it's a collection because you can buy them. That's right.
Yeah.
Did we create the collection already?
Just call it homepage. We'll use the homepage collection.
Yeah, we could just rename it.
Rename it after.
Your video is frozen. Just your face. You look very solemn right now.
Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. I'm here to point out your flaws.
That's a fairly I look, yeah, I do look very I'm taking a moment of silence. Moment of silence for sections everywhere.
That's so nice.
Pew, 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 pew. Here, let me I gotta go.
I gotta go.
No, I just have to open up here. This is the one
Okay.
thing with my USB hub that I have that for some reason every once in a while now my cam link freezes, which is
Oh,
super.
it's okay. My expensive podcasting equipment crackles. So,
Your SM7B. Yeah.
yep,
It's not supposed to do that.
my not
Uh
crappy podcasting microphone.
no. Oh, there was something else we wanted. Here, wait.
There was
I'm gonna
the link to sections everywhere. But okay, so add the like type in sections everywhere, but then just use a hash for the link because we're not going to release that page yet.
yeah, right. And it's just not gonna work. Okay.
Yeah, so just like put
There.
a hash.
Oh, you can just okay,
Hash.
yeah.
Yep, and then you'll have to click on the hash above. No results. Ah,
It
it's
won't.
like teaching a merchant how to use Shopify.
I, I won't take that personally. It's just oh, this is good though. No, like I like how many of you I for some of you this may I'm hoping for some of you this is new. For others, you may have done this once upon a time. I feel like I did this once upon a time, but it's like it's good to go over it again and like just check to know what you do know, what you don't, and hopefully just by watching it, then you get that same experience of just going through it again. Um, okay, leaderboard, episodes, rewards, sections everywhere. And we have got cart, we've got login. Um,
That should be good for now.
good for now. Okay,
Yeah.
take a look. There we go.
We have pages.
We have pages. Our header's no longer H1 though. What happened there?
You're on a page. You're not on the home page right now.
I'm on. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we're on Shopify Points T-shirt. Let's go homepage. So
Entering 82 collections in a menu is long. Yes, it is. It'd be really great if you could build menus via the API, but that is a dream.
I'm gonna write. So I do write these things down for those like and if anyone has any ideas like this, especially when it comes to APIs, like this is all developer experience ultimately. And online store is particularly it has is behind on the APIs game compared to the rest of Shopify.
Yep.
Uh, so there's a big emphasis or there's a growing interest in how far behind it is, I'd say. So
Can you add to that list exposing the sections files to the API?
exposing the section files to the
So if
API.
you go in the admin, if you click on settings or
Yeah.
settings, sorry, not sections files, settings files, those are files that are
Oh yeah,
specific
yeah, yeah. The
to the
files.
store. If you upload like via this, like the theme customizer or something like that,
Yep, yep,
they cannot be copied to another store or
yep.
downloaded or anything like that, except one by one.
That one I've heard before. That one is I'm hopeful for that one. That there's been talk of that one. So yeah, let's I think there might be something coming for that. Well, I'm not sure where it's at right now. I'll just leave
I
it
think
there.
I may or may not be
Yeah.
able to discuss this on this stream.
There's no timeline. I like all yeah. I think it's good to at least like we at least let people know that we're aware of some of the pain points that like
Yes.
when people are saying, "Oh, we really need this thing," that yeah, it is being received um and I mean a lot of the reasons why if you don't see something yet, it's like Shopify is the company that will die of having too many things to do. Um it's just like crippled by choice. So picking the right things to do, the biggest, most impactful things is one of the hardest things
It'll
of
also be
working
helpful
on,
hiring 2021 new developers in 2021
which means
to
that'll
help
pay off
support
in a few
this.
years, which means we'll be able to do stuff once we
All right,
onboard all those developers.
2024, let's do
Yeah,
this.
there we go. We'll get it in 2024. Okay, so we've got do we want to start leaderboard? What do we feel like?
Why don't
Uh
so what are we doing? Like, what's our goal here? Are we continuing to build out sections or are we wanting to go ahead and style our navigation menu so it's not in one long ass list? What would you like to
I'm
do?
okay with the long ass list right now, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm wanting just to get the content in as we see fit. So like homepage, what we can
Let
have the
me
stream.
need like in terms of sections that I would add, and actually we could probably work with what was already built into debut is a like a hero introductory text, so like rich text, maybe
Mm-hmm,
some featured rewards, and then a section where we can pull in the articles from their blog with the most recent episodes.
mm-hmm.
I think that's where I'd probably start the homepage.
So the hero, we can maybe take a cue from Twitch. Like we can have the stream, like if we're live, we could have the stream as the hero. Would that be cool? That way,
That
if
would
you
be
land on
cool.
shoppypoints.com and we're live, you see the stream.
Okay.
And then below that,
Otherwise, I can show like a like fixed.
otherwise it can show, yeah, like a fixed text or a fixed image. Um,
Okay.
and
So one
then
thing, there was also a comment on the on chat. One thing I really want is UI for metadata, which yes, being able to edit meta fields directly within the admin instead of through a third-party app would be stellar.
that one's been heard too. I've got good feelings about that one too, Kipo. Cute,
Also,
cute,
your camera's
cute,
frozen again.
cute. Are you serious? Ah,
I think you
I
need to
gotta
buy a
figure
new
out.
USB hub.
Um, yeah, I gotta figure out what's. I mean, I can just plug my camera directly in
Or that.
to my laptop instead of using the USB-C hub. But there we go. There.
That's
Um,
better.
okay. So do we want to continue on the homepage or
I say like I always work. I do header, homepage, footer, and then I start going in and into informational pages. So
and wait, so you say that again?
header.
I was reading Dan's comment on love it when Tom gets good feelings. I was a little distracted by that. Yeah.
I do a header and then all the homepage sections and then the footer before I start going on to another page, informational page.
So you always start with the homepage.
I always start with the homepage because
That's
usually on
okay.
the homepage you're able to establish a lot of reusable sections and content between the header and footer obviously being visible on every single page. And then you can start building out some sections that might be able to be reused on informational pages.
Head to toes. Kapoo says
Head to
head to toe.
toes.
Okay. Cool. Let's do that then. So we've got let me commit our headers because do have a
Yeah.
PR open for that.
This is, did
Uh,
we start with a brand, like a completely empty theme? I don't remember.
yes, we did.
Okay, so we need to build out
Uh,
each of these individual sections.
and what I like, I have no problem. I'm not trying to do everything from scratch. I'm happy, like especially just to move things along. I'm happy looking at pre-existing examples. Like this is how developers work. Is
We
like through
reuse code.
is through high quality examples. It's kind of Shopify's fault for not having more of that easily accessible. Um, that's something else that we know.
Thanks, Dan.
I have a reasonably good feeling about that. Not as good of a feeling. We're aware of that one. Me more than most. Git commit. There we go. Finish up the header.
Uh, comment saying it's funny. I'm also a web designer since 20 years, and I always done it how Kelly does it too. I started coding when I was 11. I've been very stuck in my ways for also 20 years. So
Yep. Yeah. And
if it
it's
works, it works.
if it works, it works. And then also like it's amazing what sticks over time and then what kind of where you lose the like it's like riding a bike in some ways. Like you always remember it, you always remember parts of it. But yeah, it's definitely like you see it if you ever interview somebody more senior and they've been in just working in somewhere else and now they're interviewing to do just more, say HTML, for example. If they like if you haven't been living and breathing that every day for a few months at least, like the muscle memory is slow. It takes a while to get back up. To get
Yeah,
back up
yeah.
on the horse. Yeah. Cool.
Before I know we're about out of time. We got 5 minutes remaining. I did want to shout out that app. That was
Let's do it. Yeah,
I need
five
to
minutes.
find a link to it real fast.
You're not sharing your screen, are you? No.
No, no.
Okay. So
I was just
I'll
going
pull
to
it up
post
on
a
mine.
link to it in the chat. Yeah, if you can.
Okay.
Wow, this is a lot of conversation. Okay, maybe I'll just search for it. Actually, I sent you the link. That'll be faster.
On oh
On
yeah,
Slack.
on
Yeah.
Slack earlier.
There it is.
Wait, did you put? No, you didn't post it.
I am right
Deploy.
now.
Should we go to the
So,
website? Let's go to their website, not the App Store listing.
oh yeah, themedeploy.io. So if you have ever used Netlify or Vercel, you know if you your camera's frozen again.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I'll put my camera in directly next to
If
it.
you've
Perfect.
ever used either Netlify or Vercel, you know if you link a GitHub repository, it'll automatically deploy your site. This app actually does the same thing, but with Shopify themes. I have never used it before, but it is a really, really, really cool idea. So you should try it out and then report back.
So this concept of using GitHub as your main development workflow, I think people have been trying to do this for a while. There's another service available, Beanstalk,
Yep.
um, that has done like this has been around. I remember seeing this when I was onboarding at Shopify in 2015, which is I'm not sure how it compares to the Theme Deploy app. I do see in the pricing for a Theme Deploy, like let me open up your.
It's based on build minutes.
Yeah, there's build minutes in there, so that makes me think like kind of GitHub Actions esque, that like you can customize what you want to do on deploy.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Let's install this. I want to.
Okay.
Okay. Add app. Shopee points. I think I have it set up as a staff store, so I can. It should add it. As a Shopify employee, we get to try out all the apps for free, as long as we're not actually using it for like one of our personal stores, because then that's just shady. That's not fair. No.
That's
But when
not
it
fair.
comes
It's
to
like creating your own Shopify store within the partner's account and then expecting to get rev share for it. So
yeah, no. It's
that breaks the terms and conditions, the
yeah,
partner
we're
agreement.
held to terms and conditions too. There we go.
That's right. It's called your
Uh,
employment contract.
right. Our penalty is maybe
A little bit
just
more
as
steep.
bad, actually. Like, yeah, getting your app shut down, getting fired. It's about the same
Getting
thing,
fired,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if your app gets shut down, at least you might have other um, sources of revenue off the bat. So, of course, we're doing a
Yes.
live demo. So, I really hope this works out of the gate. I'm sorry, Theme Deploy app, if I'm showing a demo where something breaks unexpectedly. There's an authorize happening right now, and it looks like it's hanging. Okay, let's go back to the. Let's go back to admin. See what happened. Apps. Theme deploy. Well,
Maybe this is just what the app does. It's like cool graphics. It's just
it's deploying maybe right now, because it's no, but it looks like it's
we haven't
refreshing,
connected.
or it's a redirect problem.
I wonder if it was it's an authenticate. Huh.
Maybe it's something with my Shopify install. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. We'll get back to it. But good shout out, Kelly. I mean, I really like to see people exploring this area. I'm sorry. Who's the developer's name?
His name is Jonathan.
Jonathan. Jonathan, I will be reaching out if you are watching right now. I do want to talk to you because this like what you're proving here, or like you see the value in having a GitHub workflow with themes, because I mean this is what most developers work with. It
Yeah.
feels really natural. Why do you have to work through APIs? Why not use Git? It's something I don't know if people remember me mentioning, but like we've been looking into this at Shop. It's been hacking around, prototyping, playing around with it. With I mentioned in another stream, like I was in a Hack Days project where we were looking at something similar to this. It seems to be a common thread. It seems to be things that developers like. So more eyes on this, the better. The more yeah, this is open source and like open collaboration.
Love it.
It's proved to be valuable. So let's try that.
I can make an introduction between the two of you, so you can
Okay.
talk.
Okay. Sounds
Well,
good. Cool.
we made it to 3 p.m. and we built some menu links.
And we built, yeah, wait, hold on. Uh this is good. We have a full menu. I think like it's just to, audience, how is this format working? Because we are trying to just approach this in the like we come on and we code things. We are trying to minimize prep time. Uh, I'm trying to figure out how we can give the audience the most of what they need while also building out this full store.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like at some point we should build out some of these theme sections, say for the homepage ahead of time. But I mean, yeah, I mean, if you enjoy like watching us build these sections as well, I'm more than happy to do it live. Obviously, it'll just take us a few more weeks to get the site ready, but
But
I enjoy the like the challenge of building sections. So
yeah, and that's I kind of like we can have a functioning site if it's just HTML. This is what I like we don't we're not delivering this to a client. We're not like
yeah,
we're not setting this out to be like it has to look like all these other stores, e-commerce stores or like I think this approach of let's just make it work with HTML and then the minimum amount of JS we need, like when we said like the Twitch, being able to see the Twitch stream as it's live, like there's going to be some kind of iframe or Twitch library we'll have to work with. But
yeah, I was just seeing what exists out there, like
but
in terms of
if we
embedding
can,
Twitch.
I think if we can focus on the fundamentals, work our way through it, keep styles until we want to work on little bits of styles here and there. If people are okay with that, then I'm like, that's for me satisfying, and that I'm getting back into something that I haven't touched in like 3, 4 years. It feels like. I don't know about you, Kelly.
I do this every day, so
Yeah,
I
I'm happy you're
come
on
from a
board then,
very
because this.
yeah. Yeah, it's totally fine. I definitely want to make sure that you were touching on the, some of the more complex stuff and not just spending week after week doing some basic HTML and CSS. So that was like the only
So
piece.
so we'll work through the just like the parts that are taking time are just the redundant typing out of things, and like Emmet, let's say, just getting back on top of our Emmet game and being able to get stuff out quickly so that the audience isn't watching us type stuff out. I can see a value touching on like the docs, like the routes object and the request object, and going into that. Hope people see value in that.
Hmm.
um, Kapui says, one thing that bothers me when using section is that if the builder didn't include options, it's really annoying.
Oh, like
Uh,
for customizing it, like everything's kind of hard coding, set or hard coded. Yeah, I mean, sections should be more than just adding a section and being able to place it if you're on the home page. So I definitely agree there.
and then Kapui says maybe do a quick recap video. Yeah, and that's I'm talking with some colleagues about being like some post production, like picking out the kind of sweet spots of each episode and publishing a highlights that is if people are really in it just for the kind of quick learns and less for the following along and interacting side. We should make the most valuable content accessible.
You know what
Uh,
we should do? We should add search functionality to the header and then create some kind of query like in JavaScript to count how many times people search for sections everywhere.
one Shopee point per search. Yeah. We'll have a
Wow.
tally.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just get
Make it
spam.
like a half shopping point. Like
Yeah.
you got to work for it.
Okay. Okay. Final comment, just because I want to make sure that I give everyone a shout out who's commenting here. GM Gregory says, I think most of us know the basics of Shopify theme dev. I would like to see a built complex example that you would walk through how it's built and why you approached it that way. That's fair enough. So I think if we can mix in um, pre-existing examples, and if we're so yeah, okay, so we'll find a sweet spot here between like typing stuff in or like working through stuff live and then bringing in examples and walking through them. Ultimately, all this code will be available in PRs
Yep.
so that you will be able to copy it, I guess, or reference it.
And sure says use the predictive search API
Yeah. See,
for
that's a
our.
good example of something like we'd have the frame of it set up, and then we can dig into like why, like how is this JS working to um, cancel requests? Like why? Because I know that was part of the predictive search. Like the library includes a way of canceling a pending request. Or anyway, cool.
Things to look at. Okay, I think that's good for this week, though.
That's
We'll be
good.
back next week. I'm enjoying this every week schedule. It gives me something specific to do on Wednesdays from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, same. I hope everyone is enjoying it too. Please join us next Wednesday for next Wednesday at 2, just like this week. With hopefully Kelly will be able to use her fancy microphone next time. Otherwise,
And maybe connect, hardwire,
and maybe
maybe.
hardwire, I will put my camera directly into my laptop so it doesn't freeze, and we will have a bug-free stream.
We
Well,
shall see.
we shall
Okay.
see. Yeah, right. Okay. See ya.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.